There was a special teams blunder that happened in the game, and I just can't imagine that conversation and what it was like. Welcome back to the Richard Sherman podcast, and you know what time it is? It's that time that I got my guy, Big Play Slay, to talk about what's happened this week and hear his opinion on everything. That was a tough one, Big Play.
Man, that's a very, very tough one, man. Very tough one, man. We had to. That's when you really gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, that's a tough one. That one's tough.
It's unfortunate because anytime your defense has 2 turnovers, you feel really good about it. Obviously, your guy Jalen Ramsey had a turnover second drive of the football game. After he had gave up what appeared to be a touchdown. I don't know. I'm not watching the tape. I got to go look at the all 22. It looked like he was the nearest guy, but I know how that can be fabricated and twisted. But then he got the book, and then, you guys got that turnover. Talk to me about how you were feeling throughout that game, because it seemed like it was an up and down game.
Well, the game was very smooth, man. It was up and down when it came to like the third quarter, man. The mid-third and in the fourth, because I feel like going into halftime, even though we weren't playing our best defense, we felt as we went into halftime 14-7. So we went in there with a good mind, good set, but we knew for a fact that we was not playing, the brand of football we wanted to play. And then, then coming out, offense go 3 and out. And then we go out there and give up a long drive for a tough, they could tie the game up. That's not how you respond, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to get the connection in that, because that halftime swing could have been big for us. Offense go out there, maybe put up 3-7, and we go out there get it 3 and out, and they come out there, So went all bad, but we all had to look ourselves into that mirror and be like, hey, we're a better team than this, man. We know we got guys that's very capable of being excellent, and we just got to, play ball. And, I say our A players got to play like A players. And, that's all it is.
What was the most surprising part of that game?
The most surprising part about that game to me was the fact that I felt like the Seattle Seahawks did not lose their composure. With us having 2 turnovers, with us getting to the quarterback a good time. I think we sat them about 4 or 5 times. They never abandoned the run game. They still kept, Sam Darnold comfortable, as in making sure he still got play actions, make sure he's still not just sitting there just being just a free target for us to go sack on him, because of our pass rush. I feel like they did a great job with that. And I was surprisingly, what I'm saying, definitely would have got with us going in up 14-7, and then they coming out answering and still sticking to their game plan. A lot of teams kind of get away from their game plan when it's time for the guys to kind of peel their ears back and get after that quarterback. They didn't believe in that. They felt as in hey, we go establish this run, make sure we keep this run going, and it panned out for them.
Yeah, it definitely did. It seemed like you guys did a great job on Charbonnet, but Kenneth Walker, he found his lanes and found a way. He created some, broke some tackles. Talk about how difficult he was to deal with in that game, because it looked like, he only had 13 carries, but he had 100.
Yeah, no, that's the crazy part, because the first drive, man, we stopped the run. We was flying around, hitting them. And, a lot of crack tosses and everything. So we kind of watched that from film last week. We watched them against Seattle. Against San Fran. A lot of crack tosses trying to get them vertical. We feel like that was coming to do that. And, man, he hit some creases. You know what I'm saying? He got active. Definitely had a long run for about 30, 40 yards. And you see him one-on-one at our safety, making a great move on him. And, and what really is hurtful, man, is that 3rd and 19 at the goal line. He catch another crack toss and I'm saying it scored again. So you're like, you know what I'm saying? That's when you be like, yeah, bro, this not the date. This is not the date.
What was the film room like with that? Because that's the worst part. That's the part people don't understand. Is you getting that film? It's not. Dealing with it once is bad enough. It's tough, but having to watch it again and hear the coaches.
And you got Mike T, that's a defensive-minded head coach. You can tell that right there probably really identify you as a team. Thankfully that is early, that is happening. Not late into the season. The game, thankfully, is week 2, and the fact that with a defensive head coach minded guy, and he watching that on 3rd and 19 with us, probably can possibly, still be in this game, could still be down 2 possessions, but now we really down 2 big time scores. And that's just dreadful for me. I definitely at 3rd and 19, and they just crack toss and get a tub.
But all the touchdowns weren't on the defense. There was a special teams blunder that happened in the game, and I just can't imagine that conversation and what it was like after he fumbled that, or he didn't even fumble it. He just let it go
Yeah.
into the end zone, and I guess he thought it was college rules because college rules, that's a dead ball. But the
Dead ball,
league,
right.
that man's
That ain't
live.
Yeah, it's live. It's live in the mud. And, that's a young kid. Of course we gonna hold him accountable. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we all make mistakes. We never been perfect. None of us has been. I made plenty of mistakes as a rook when I was young. He made one. Hopefully, like, cause I tried when I talked to him, cause he's my little young guy. Don't let that play define who you are. You know what I'm saying? Cause that play, like a play like that, definitely in this type of city, definitely with this type of environment, definitely this type of standard this team has, this organization has, that can ruin a kid's career. Just because they can always remember to play it back. So I just told him, man, keep your head forward. Don't let that play define you, who you are. You're a young kid, very talented. And so hopefully, man, he put that behind him. And I told him too, man, and all the teams told him, man, talk less. Don't talk about it no more. Like, talk less. Don't even bring it up no more. They ask about it, just, hey, I'm on the bigger and better things, man. I'm gonna try to do best to, be ready, prepared for my teammates. So he doing a good mind, man. But I told him, man, keep your head on your shoulders, man, because it's tough. That was tough to see,
Yeah,
and tough to be a part of.
it's even tougher in this day and age with social media and all this nonsense because they
Mm-hmm.
replay the play over and over. It used to be like, hey man, I got to go home and see this on Sports Center, but after
Right.
a week it's gone, But now things are living on the internet, living on social media so long, and these fans got so much access to you and send hateful things, and that's what makes it more, especially for a young kid. As you get older, you just select
Yeah.
all, delete. You
They
don't read none of that nonsense, and you throw a couple blocks at people, and you be done with it, or you don't even read it at all. But as a young kid, it gets in your psyche. It's hard for it not to. And anybody that's sitting there saying, "Oh, don't let it bother you," you just haven't dealt with it. You haven't dealt with it on this level. You haven't dealt with that level of hate for you, and people thinking that you don't care about something when you've worked your whole life to get here. You've worked your whole life to get in these moments, and you made a mistake. Not because it was purposefully, and you were like,
yeah.
oh, conscientious. It was like, hey, I thought this was the rule. Football is a fast game. Like
Fast.
soon as he that ball bounced over his shoulder, it was danger. It was danger time because people are hunting, people are moving really fast, and they are trying to get him. So at that point, as soon as I didn't see him turn around, I said, "Ooh, oh, that's bad."
No, yeah,
Only
yeah.
only thing that could have saved you is one of your teammates beat them there.
Beat you back. Yeah. And then with this new rule, man, with that being a new rule into the league with this kicking stuff, I knew that was gonna be a big emphasis just for the NFL because it ain't saying not happen, but it's not happening in a regular season game. Mostly it's happening in preseason, so they ain't blow it out of proportion because they know it doesn't count. It doesn't affect your record. It doesn't affect your person. It might affect your person that's getting cut,
Right,
but
right.
not as in right now and what they're doing the season. So with that being really like the first time of experience of that's really truly happening and somebody actually scoring off of it,
Right.
I knew it could be a big deal for him, man. So like I said, them hate mails, he most likely got a lot of them. But man, I'm gonna continue to keep me in his head and just, hey man, stay focused, man. We on to the next.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's one of those things you gotta just get past, and hopefully he makes a big play later on in the season, and he can get past it. And because that'll be the thing they remember. This isn't.
Yeah.
It'd be different if this was a season defining thing. If this late in the year, this is the last game, and that kicks you out of the playoffs or something. But thankfully, this is early in the season.
Yeah.
He has plenty of room to grow and plenty of room to make some more plays and make up for that. But I know that's tough on the kid, and it was tough on A-Rod this day. It was
Yeah.
a tougher game for him, in that offense. DK Metcalf, I know he was looking for a revenge game, and he got a touchdown in the game, but struggled a little bit, and that's frustrating too because I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been part of on the other side. And my first game back in Seattle with San Francisco, boy, we got our faces kicked. I want to say they won by 40 or something crazy, and you be sitting there like, hey, bro, y'all couldn't today. Y'all couldn't do it for me
Yeah.
today. Like, not B
Yeah.
Wags had like 100-yard pick six, and he was sitting there laughing with me after like looking at me while he was running. I said, hey, don't look at me. God dang it. But
I feel you on that.
yeah,
Cause
but
I know that robbery. I know that robbery for real.
it's real.
Cause I
It's
did this.
real.
I did the same thing too, man. When I got to Philly and I played my first time in Detroit, I was too ready, man. But I got a scoop and score for 6, so I was really lit. So
Oh,
I
you
was
was
feeling really good.
you was
I was
feeling
like,
good.
yes, y'all done let me go and traded me away. Y'all thought it was so sweet. Okay, I
Right.
got something for you. So I got something for you. So I know how DK is, man. He kind of kept it cool all week too, though, man. He kept his composure. And I told him, I asked him how he felt about it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of cool. He showed like, hey, it's the best decision I needed to do for myself. And, you know what I'm saying, just because, you know, the different direction they was going, and, you know, he saw differently. Then,
Right.
you know, he had a lot of guys that he went to war with that's probably not going to be there with him as well, which, you know, the business is the business part. But, you know, he feel like he loved Pittsburgh. And I knew I wanted to have a big game for him, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure, because I'm one of the ones that, hey, I understand how a person feels when you feel like, you know, you did everything for an organization and they trade you away or release you, and then you come there and get a home win for them. It's a different feeling, man. So we damn sure thought about him out there, man. And for us not to get that dub for him, I'll hurt for him too. I'll hurt for my
It's
boy,
tough.
man.
It's
It's
tough, but
tough. It's tough. It's
it's a
tough.
long season. Tell me about the
Yeah.
conversations in the locker room from the All Pro vets. You know, y'all got so many incredible players on that defense. You, Ramsey, Cam Hayward, TJ, Queen, a bunch of big time guys. Tell me how the conversation, because I don't know if you guys had a team only, defensive only, but I know there was a meeting of the minds after this game, because there's a certain standard that each and every one of you guys hold yourselves to, and of course the group as a whole.
Y- Yeah, so what we ain't have like a team gathering or nothing. It's more of a like after the game, you know, a lot, you know, of course after the game like that, a lot of guys kind of stay in the locker room, and most likely it was all the vets like me, Ramsey, and, you know, all of Cam, TJ. So we're just chopping it up a little bit, man, asking like, hey, what we need to do different, because it's early in the year. And so I was giving my perspective of how I felt about what's need to be a little bit, not saying a little crazy different, but just like the aspect of the game, or how not to be too hard on ourselves, or not, because I told him like I ain't gonna bring up my last year team, you know, because Philly, we had the same type of schedule. You know, we had 4 weeks, then we had our bye week, and we had the same thing this year. You know, we got our 4 game, then a bye week, and we started off the same way, 1-1, and, you know, we weren't feeling like we living up to the Philly standard. And, you know, next thing you know, then we turn around after the bye week, number one defense in the league, Super Bowl champion. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, man, keep our composure, and let's be detailed, man. Let's get more detailed than we ever been. And everybody just need to accept their role of what their role are. You know, in this league, everybody's a performance-based league. So everybody want to outperform something so they get paid. But I said, what y'all don't know is when you win games, you go to playoffs, you get in these championship games, people come get winning coaches and they will pay for it. So that's why I'm trying to tell folks, you know, I'm trying to steer folks like, hey, accept the role that you got here and be the master at your role.
I know, and we've talked about this corner play, because people don't understand how hard it is to do what Jalen Ramsey's trying to do. And that's why, you know, I know he got some criticism. First off, he got a nice book. That was a heck of a play
Yeah, yeah.
off a tough route. That outcut off the switch.
Switch,
I was like,
yes.
okay,
That's
all right, this boy cooking today.
yeah.
But to switch, because he played, it looked like he played safety in that game. He played nickel. He played right corner. He played left corner. Um, it's tough. That's a really tough thing to do. And that's why some people were like, and as corners, you kind of like, you're prideful because it's a prideful position. I gotta think I'm out here strapping, and hey, yeah, I don't need to move for nobody. It don't matter who come over here, the number one, number two, number three,
Mm-hmm.
the best guy, the worst guy, I'm strapping. So I don't need
Right.
nobody to bounce me. But when you have a dynamic like that, it's really tough to get a rhythm when you're inside and outside, and then back there to get your press rhythm, your footwork that's necessary in these plays. And so when people are like, oh man, he had a tough game, or it's like, hey, what he trying to do
It's tough.
is really difficult to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got, you know, Jay got a lot on his shoulders, you know. With him playing the safety role, he'll start at safety, he'll go to nickel and base, and then sometimes he go to corner. He got a lot. And, you know, I always tell him like, hey man, I know you got a lot going on, man, but he signed up for it. He loved the challenge. He loved the challenge. So, you know, he had a talk with me today just about like, hey man, I gotta be way better. Even though with him knowing so many positions, you know, he don't get, you know, he don't want no leeway. He don't want no patty on the back just because of the fact that he got 3 positions he need to learn, because he feel as in like he's one of the best to probably play this game at this corner position. So I understand him, because I'm the same way. And then and I told him like when we all got together, you know, when they even made the requirement to trade for Ramsey, like, hey, I've been the number one corner, a corner for 10 years, you know, in this game. And, you know, and I told folks, it's like I say, you gotta play your role. Like, I'm not here to sit here and say, like, hey, Slay, I know I could travel and do my thing, and whatever. Like, I'm more of a team player. So whatever we fit to need the team to win, if I gotta be the 2 corner, 3 corner, whatever corner I need to be, I'm here to do that and maximize my ability of being that. So he understand that role from me, so I to make him feel comfortable to be understand his role from himself. So he understands it. It's a tough challenge, man. He know for a fact that he feel as he ain't played his best game. He made some plays for us, of course, like he always do. He's Ramsey, but he knows his standard is high to himself because he's one of the best in this game. So every day, we gonna come put the work in, and he gotta continue to keep better. I'm gonna help him try to get better as well myself. He gonna help me. So I just hope for the best for him every year. Every time
Yeah,
we go out
yeah.
there, I know that's a guy to go out there and get it.
I think it's a great conversation. I think it's always a conversation. I know it's a weird dynamic, but it's a conversation. Because people always talk about you didn't follow this receiver, or you didn't. I followed whenever I was asked to do it,
Yeah.
and then when somebody else struggled, like it's a different kind of understanding when you have conversations in the DB room and they say, "Hey, I want you to follow this guy because I don't think our other corner can do it." That's pretty much what you're saying. And
Right.
so when our locker room, I had a high respect for the guys we were dealing with. Unless those guys was like, "Hey, Sherman, that's cool, go ahead." Then
Yeah.
stand up, and if you don't, I'll be over there to deal with him. But look, I'm gonna let you take a chance at it. I'm gonna let you, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I believe in you. I respect your game.
Right.
And if nothing else, we can lean her over there and we can figure it out. But I'm not gonna sit here and bump you and diminish you and say, "Hey, you can't do this, so let me go strap." That's not necessary. That's not what we need to do. We
Yeah.
can lean and figure that out. So I know it's just always a tough thing to navigate, especially two veteran guys, two guys who are alphas, who've been number ones, and so many things. So it's cool that y'all are able to have those conversations and at least come to some common ground and a decent respect and a understanding because both of y'all can do it. Both of y'all have done it at a high
Mhm.
level for a long time.
Yeah. We got a lot of respect for each other, man. We had a conversation. We had one with Mike T, and just like, hey, look, he understood where we at. Shoot, Jay know, he know what comes with getting paid $26 million a year. You know what I'm saying? He know. So he ready for it. He always signed up for it. He look forward to it every week. Shoot, I look forward to it every week. Whoever I line up in front of me, my job is to, dominate this guy. It don't matter who it is. Is this a tier 1 receiver or tier 5? It don't even matter.
But that's
I'm ready to go.
And no question. But that's another aspect of it that I think people don't understand. Just the whole sprinting on the other side of the field, like from side to side, and then
Yeah.
you got to jog back. Like there was sometimes we didn't even go back to the huddle because it's like, hey, we treated it like it was 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, you just be like, hey,
Hey, you stay over there, bro.
hey,
Come on,
hey,
I
we gonna
already
figure this
know.
out. We'll figure this out. Uh, that's how we played it a lot of times because it's just more effective. Like if somebody's struggling, somebody giving up some plays, Earl, step on that other side of that hash. I bet you he don't unleash no go ball now. I
Oh,
bet he
not
come over
close.
here and deal with me. And so, there's other ways to navigate it, but I think you guys go get it figured out. You got Mike T's too smart of a coach. Y'all too talented of a team. It's just a bump in the road that I know is frustrating. How was the environment? Because that's a tough environment to play in. All in Seattle, I used to hate playing there. When it's not Heinz anymore. What is it now?
Yeah.
What's
Talking
the
what
what's the
the
field called? It was Heinz Field back in the
yeah,
day.
yeah, we a little old. It was a hospital. I still thought it was. I
Don't
thought it
use up the
was, boy. I'm like,
name of this damn
well,
stadium.
yeah, maybe not be. And it's only my second time in the stadium playing for this team, so in this organization. So I don't even know the name. I barely know how to get there.
A- A- Acrisure Stadium,
Yeah,
formerly known
okay,
as
yeah.
Heinz Field.
Yeah. Hey, I better know how to get there. I still GPS.
And tell me how that environment was, those fans, the terrible towels, the history of that place.
Man, it was crazy now that I'm on the other side of it, right? They got that Renegade song. And man, look, I was on the, opponent side at one time listening to it. I'm like, dang, this is crazy. And now you feel, what I'm saying, even though I felt the energy from them from being just from the away team, but on the home team now that you hear it, and it's like, and that's what really gets you going, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm back where when it come down to third down or something like that, I might get the "We red" or something like that for the defense. They got the Renegade, and they take a long time. Like, they hold that clock. Like, I think it's like they might got something with the NFL because they down there they down there let the whole song play out. Like, I'm like it's like a TV timeout. And, they get to go on them towers and stuff, man. It was a great environment, man. Fortunately, no, we didn't get the dub that we needed to for the city on our first opening home game, but they bring the energy, man. I never understood the terrible towers thing because I'm just looking, but it's really just a yellow tower. Why is it so terrible? I
Hey,
don't know
wait, wait, wait,
why.
wait, you better be careful, be careful, be careful. because they
No,
couldn't see a terrible time.
I'm trying to understand the culture, man. That's all it is. I'm just trying to say what makes the tower terrible. That's all I want to know. Like,
Well, in the comments, Steeler fans, y'all make sure y'all educate Big Play. He
yeah,
want to
that's why I
know
just
why
need
the
a little
towels is
education.
terrible.
Yeah, I just want to know the education because I think they need some nice looking towers. That's just what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Right.
so
They are some nice towels.
yeah, so
Y'all
I'm just
got
trying to figure out what is terrible.
the Patriots in Gillette this week.
Mhm.
Talk about how y'all feeling, because it's definitely one of those games where you felt like, hey, we got to bounce back. We got to make a
Yeah.
statement. They played a good game against the Miami Dolphins. We were able to come out with a win against a division opponent. Obviously, there's some up and down play with Drake May, but y'all got to be feeling really, really good about it.
Yeah, it's a good time for us to go out here and, another chance to go out here and perform, play at a higher level, man, and really set the expectations of what we need to be, man. We gotta make a stamp on something, man, definitely in all phases, run game, communication, the passing game, every aspect of it. So we got a lot to do, man. Only thing that's probably been going great for us right now is special team, in a great way. Our kicker is not missing nothing. We have guys that's making special teams plays from last week that helped us win the game against the Jets, that one turnover before then. And then, special teams came up a little bit big this week. We made to miss a field goal. So overall, man, I think the team for sure got to go out here and just focus, details, and we got to be locked in. We got to send a message to the league. And it's really like, I know it's not they are in our division, but not in the division. So it's the AFC. So we got to go set the tone for this team because it's some good teams in the AFC, man. For us to be one of them, we got to go out here and dominate some guys.
Yeah. Speaking of another AFC team, our guy Travis Hunter was able to play 85 snaps this week. He played, I think, 30. I got to get the exact numbers, but it was a little over 42 on offense. I think he played 38 on defense. That's adding up to 80, not 85. But that's what they telling us. But he had 3 catches for 22 yards, 2 tackles, and 2 passes defended on 38 snaps on defense. What did you think of his game? Obviously, that pass interference was unfortunate. I don't see how you can
Yes.
cover that much better.
Yeah.
That's one of them calls where I'm like, come the F on. Like, I'm playing both ways, doing all this for the game. I cover this 6'3", 210-pound receiver as well as I can, bat the ball away. And y'all call that? Like, you can't call that right there in that spot.
You can't. Definitely on the 4th and 5. I already saw the highlight on the board, man. Definitely 4th and 5 for a young kid that, that's trying to be who he is as the number 2 pick of the draft. So I'm just happy for him. They gave him more reps on defense for sure, man. I want to see in that. And you see as the reps goes, his production getting better. Definitely the 2 PBUs. So it's big for him, man. It's big. I like that for him, man. And thankfully, like, it's good to see him on that defense. I'm a defensive minded guy, so I want to see him play that corner. And
Me too.
and I'm glad he got a good chance to go against some of the best receivers in this league. And he continue to keep showing sparks because, like I said, we all know he gifted and very versatile. So we want to see him put that to use, man. Definitely on that defensive side.
But it's, again, just to talk about what we talked about before. Like, you played 42 snaps to get him 3 catches for 22 yards. Like, was it worth it? Was it worth the energy of putting him out there for 42 snaps for him to have 3 catches for 22 yards? Like, you could do that in 20 snaps. You could do that in 15. Like, you don't have to have him out there if he got 6 targets. Like, you could have 20 plays to every passing down he's out there and get him his passes. But on defense, I thought he played really well. I thought that would have been such an iconic play for him if they don't call that nonsense on him. Because think about this. In another world, he bats that. That's game. That's game. So Travis Hunter playing both ways makes an incredible play on defense to save the game, to seal the win for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That BS call just
as a corner makes you mad, boy, because
it makes you mad.
That would have been one of the biggest headlines as a rookie this coming week too. Like, just the fact they played them snaps, they would have been talking about. Of course, they'd have been talking about his 3 for 26 catches, about 26 yards. But that play there would have say, hey, Travis is the guy that we all thought he was. Definitely that. But that's the ref fault, man. He know you refs be out here.
But that's the thing. Like, especially in that play, like, I could understand if it's egregious. He grabbed him by the neck.
Yeah,
or grabbed
it
him
wasn't
by the
nothing
face,
crazy.
Then
he got his hand around.
He got his hand around and tapped the ball.
Tapped the ball. That's come on, man. And that's what they asked for. That's what they asked for us to do. Look, make sure you lean and locate and turn your head. Look for the ball before you can get a PI. But then when you look for the ball, and with no egregious holding, PI.
It wasn't no egregious. They hand fighting.
Come on,
so
man.
if you gonna call that, then the receiver is putting his hands on him, and he's putting his hands back on the receiver. They're hand fighting. That's part of the game. Like, is there a slight restriction? I'm sure. Are there push-offs from receivers? I'm sure. But those are the plays that, hey, on a 4th and 5 for the game, you got to let them play.
Got to.
Unless
It
it's
got to be
something egregious,
outrageous.
it got to be
Yeah.
outrageous.
Got
Just
to.
like
I mean, yeah. Is it? I mean, hey, I'm just because I like that's my little homie, so I'm like hot about it because the fact that like that could have been a real signature play to really get his like start off his career when they be like, maybe remember the first time Travis Hunter made a big time stop. He been doing this since a rookie year. Early he started off early, like so. That's what I'm blown with about. But I'm sure he's gonna have way more opportunities, to make some type of plays. And I'm waiting for his first pick so I can see what he do with that rock. But
Yeah, we're
yeah,
gonna do something crazy with it.
I know
But
you're gonna.
I'm almost more frustrated because I know if he makes that play and seals the game, it's gonna put something in the back of his head about like, hey, maybe I'm a DB. Yes, you are a DB. Like, yes,
Come
you
join
a DB.
us. Come join
Just
us, man. Come join
join
us,
the
man.
dark
Come on.
side.
Come on over there. You wanna get in that little pedal. You wanna speed turn and all. I know scoring touchdowns is smooth. I know I wish I could too in the league. You doing it
Look,
though.
you
But
just need 20-25 snaps. Y'all guaranteeing 6 targets a game. We good to go.
come on, man. Get over here with this island so you can come over and join that DB world. You want to be over here with us.
Right. You want to be over here because that's going to allow you to reach the precipice. It's going to reach the heights you can reach. Oh,
Yeah. You could be that, yeah, that talent he got, man, he could be in that serious GOAT conversation one of these days if he continue to keep growing as a player every year, man. God forbid, injury-free years and good stuff like that. So, man, hey, come
his
on,
ball
try.
skills, his poise, his
Yeah.
feel, like he's right there. And
Oh,
then, you give up that play to Jamar Chase on the curl. But I mean, this is Jamar Chase.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
going
and
to be
that's what he's
tough.
live for. He got
Yeah.
to live for that.
You
And
got to
for
live
him
with
to be
that.
in them conversations that he know he want to be in, them type of matchups, he got to go dominate and win. I know. They gonna come, though. They gonna come, man. They
They
gonna
gonna
come.
come. And
They
he's
gonna
just
come.
a rookie, but I just want him to keep getting more snaps. I like that what they're doing with him. I just wish they flip the numbers the way I need them to flip because you're wasting a lot of energy on 42 snaps to get 6 targets. So that mean what? The other 36 plays, you was just out there twiddling your thumbs, getting conditioning. Like, we don't need that.
Hey, the receivers call it cutting grass.
Cutting grass,
That's what the
occupying
receivers
space.
call it. Occupying, they cutting that grass, man. I'm out here just cutting grass, Slay. That what they always tell me, boy. They like, I'm just cutting this grass, man. I'm just running up and down this field and coming back.
I love it. I love it. Okay, we got a question from the fans, Big Play. They said, who is your best corner of all time? Now, before we go too deep in this and go down the rabbit hole, you can't forget about Mel Blount and Mike Haynes
Yeah,
and Lester
yeah,
Hayes and Darryl
yeah.
Green and you got Champ and
Mm-hmm.
Deion and like there's a lot of
Everybody, yeah.
guys in there that could throw their hat in the ring.
Yeah. My GOAT of all GOATs right now, my GOAT is by far is Champ. He's from around the corner down the street from where I'm from, man. Everybody wanted to be like Champ where I'm at. And so that's always been the GOAT, man. I wanted to go to Georgia because he went to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? All that he wore number 4. I wore number 4. That's what I wore 4 in high school. So like I always wanted to be like Champ because that's just like who would go be the next champ come up. So I did get that kind of recognition as in like Slay might got a chance to be the next champ around here right now. So I had
Okay.
the scale up there. So I'm feeling good. So and of course, he's first ballot Hall of Fame, had an amazing career in college, based that. So I know, but coming through high school, I was getting that kind of like love as in like, okay, we finally got us another down south guy that's kind of like a champ because he was magnificent, man. Everybody tried to do everything, mimic everything. And I played corner because of him, everything. So Champ my GOAT always. And then he panned out the way I wanted him to pan out in the league. Shoot, I love it. I loved
Yeah, I
it.
mean, that 10-pick year he had was wild too. Like, I don't think people talk about that enough. That 10-pick year Champ had, boy, he was out there
Look,
playing some football.
football, man. That's what I be saying. Everybody know who they got Deion as the GOAT. But I'm just saying, like, Champ definitely close to that conversation.
And
Like, without a doubt.
let me get his numbers because I don't want to
Oh, Champ up there. I think Champ got like what? He like 50, 55 picks maybe.
Don't worry. It'll be right here for you in a second. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Lynn Barney. That's 1940. Let's see.
1940.
No, I'm going all the way back.
I know. I'm
Champ
saying,
Bailey.
boy,
Champ Bailey, 52 interceptions.
52. I knew, yeah.
Deion, 53.
Yeah.
Ty Law, 53. Aeneas Williams, 55.
Mm.
Paul Krause got 81. See, but they told me.
Hold on.
They
You
be
jumped from
switching
55 to 81? God.
No, because I just went to the top. Because
Okay,
but they
okay.
were saying Dick Night Train Lane was up there for a while. They be playing, you know what I mean? They be fluctuating these numbers because these numbers look different before. Because they got Night Train Lane at 68 now, and Rod Woodson at 71, and Emlyn Tunnel at 79.
God, dog. Well,
But see, that's when the game was different. That's why fans are like, well, yeah, you guys don't get as many interceptions anymore because it's a different game. Like,
yeah.
quarterbacks were out there, first off, concussed,
Every time.
barely could
Every
see
time.
up from down. They're under duress, and they weren't worried about interceptions back then. They weren't seen the way we see them now. It wasn't like, oh, a quarterback throws 4 interceptions, they're the worst quarterback in the world. It's like, hey, just win the game. And so
They don't.
the whole way football was looked at was different. Now everything is efficiency. Like, hey, you throw 2 picks in a game, you're the worst quarterback in the world. So quarterbacks are risk averse. That's why you're not getting 13, 14 interceptions going to lead the league. Back in the day, you had 20, 25 interceptions, easy. Yeah, Brett Favre got the most interceptions in the history of the game. He was throwing them out, giving them out like hotcakes. And so I wish we played in there in an era where they weren't treating quarterbacks like, hey man, if you throw a few interceptions, look, don't treat them so bad because let them throw a couple to me, and let me feed my family. But
Facts.
you know,
I'm telling you,
quarterbacks will rather eat the ball or throw it out of bounds or make it uncatchable than to throw you a book.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, because definitely Brett Favre throwing what the most in the ever. Boy, that boy was like, what? How they was in long yards? He like, Mac chickens for everybody. Just he throw them everywhere, boy. Golly, yeah, man. But that's why I be telling folks when we be always talking about this version of football and that version of football. That version of football was really strictly about winning. Like it was really about that. It was not about no stacks. About if he threw for 300 yards and da. This year ever, it's all about numbers. Everybody want to bring in numbers. Numbers this, numbers that, his numbers this, and numbers that. Numbers do take an effect. But like when it comes down to
big play, he threw 336.
Come on, boy. That's a lot.
The next closest person had 277.
300 what?
36.
And I can only imagine how many games he played. I know he didn't play that. He probably what?
His interception percentage was only 3.3%, so it was a lot. He played a lot of games because George Blanda was 6.9 and John Handel was 5.7 and Vinny Testaverde threw 267, but it was only 4% of the passes he threw. So, yeah, 336.
God dang. Boy, he damn near threw 400. That damn near pick a game.
Now what I'm saying, like if they was feeding like that when we played, I could get a 50 piece. But
yeah,
that's what people don't appreciate about how hard it is to get interceptions in this day and age of all this efficiency and all this, all these eyes on it. Quarterbacks aren't going to do it if they don't have to do it. You gotta hunt for them.
Yeah,
you gotta hunt for them, and the quarterbacks aren't concussed. They're as comfortable as I was
Never
talking
been.
to Jared Goff, or I was talking to Big Wit, and he said Jared Goff was telling him some games he's not even sore after the game because they're not getting hit like that no more. I mean, they got a great offensive line, but I mean, I'm sure they take enough sacks, they're gonna feel sore. But it's a different game, and that's why the old school quarterbacks talk about it is so soft because they had to play under such duress.
Yeah, I mean, talking about really getting hit, and then you might pop up really with a full-blown concussion. If you go to that sideline, you're gonna feel it today. That's second.
Right.
But look, I know I got 28, and I know for a fact, boy, if I played in 1960, 70, 80, shit, I'm having 50 of them.
Give me
60 of
50.
them. Yeah, with you probably had about 60, 70. I knew I'd have got me about 50.
I would have been over that water every year. Like, let me get a car. I ain't dropping too many of these books now.
And then wasn't so bad about the game. Back then, it wasn't that much crazy route combinations, man. That thing would have been no man. Hey, you already was picking all the fade balls. Then
Look,
you would pick every
you
fade
see some
ball.
of them routes from back in the day, and I love them dudes because they could play, but it just was different. The crispness wasn't, you know what I mean? It didn't need to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come. It's a different game, but
It's a very different game for sure. But it's all respect from guys though. It's a
now they
definitely a different
asking
game.
how deep was the Harbaugh Carroll rivalry. Understand this. Y'all can look this quote up. When Pete Carroll was asked, did he have anything fond to say this week about Jim Harbaugh? He said no. I have no fond memories of him. That's how that rivalry goes. Look, Jim has changed over the years. Jim has gotten a lot better and more peaceful, more, you know what I mean, cordial. But he felt that way too about the rivalry for a while, at least while we were at Stanford. I think over the years, you know, if bygones are bygones, he's let a lot of things go that Pete, I don't know if he's let go. But I'm interested to watch this game tonight because that's going to be a dogfight. But I don't think there's any love lost or love found between them two. Big play.
Hey, I know it ain't, but that's crazy though that you play for both of them. So it's like that's almost asking you a question. I don't even want to put you in that tough bind act, but I ain't gonna put you in that tough bind right there. But
Yeah. Look, I
man,
didn't play. I didn't play for both of them a couple different times. You know what I
I
mean?
know that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I ain't even gonna put you in that bind there, but I know, boy, that gonna be so. Yeah, and for real though, how Pete be looking and how he be running and be at it, he might be the most in shape man I've ever seen in my life at that age. But he might be ready to box him too if he ready.
Yeah. He definitely look. He gonna be in shape for it. He maximizing that what 73, 74-year-old body he got.
Man, I'm telling you, I ain't never seen him. I be seeing him doing push-ups. I be seeing him running up and down the field, sprinting, throwing the ball, playing quarterback with the team. I know he be throwing ducks out there, but he's still throwing it back.
He swear he the best quarterback to ever play. But I appreciate your big play for joining us. I know this is your off day coming up, and you got things to do, people to see, places to be. As always, it's all love, brother.
All real love. Oh, you already know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys joining us too. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me and my guy, Big Play, and we appreciate that. Hit that sub button if you're new.